Welcome to Inspired Canvas. Mama D coming at you in the house. So you guys, I'm going to pick up where we left off. We left off with this beautiful painting where we had created this glowing sky. And we have a live audience today. Hey, Smudger. Hey, Nikki UK. Hey, Carla. As well as all of those that are just freshly joining and our amazing replay crew. So what we're going to do is we're now going to paint the bottom half of our painting, which is going to be a wonderful waterfall. Let's go paint live. All right, you guys. Hey, Smudger. Carla B in the house. Hey, Zozo. Good to see you. Jan Funk. Great to see you. Marion. Hello, everybody. Oh, that's the timer. All right. I either have this crooked or I have. Welcome to the live, you guys. All right. This is terribly crooked for me, so we've got to fix one thing or another. But that's what happens when we go live. Hold on, y'all. I have to tell my AI to stop. All right, we got this going on. Now we just need to go this way. Boom. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing fine. All right, you guys, are you ready for this? Now, oh, 1 second, guys. I'm just starting and I've got to grab something. All right, so this is where we left off. I did darken it. I did go back and where I felt it needed to be a little darker, I put some in here. And I put a little bit more dark under here. Not sure if that's what we need, but I'm not sure where we're going as to how this waterfall is going to come about. So we're going to start off by getting that reflective type. I decided I do want water, because I don't want it to just be a waterfall that goes into like totally abyss and we don't see it. And we have such beautiful colors. Now I saved our palette. I got my brush wet. Are you guys ready? Smudger's ready. Who else is ready? So all good. Hope you're having a lovely day. Well, thank you. I am. And I'm looking forward to this. All right, so let me see here. Let's start with our lightest right in here, as if this is some water. We're probably going to paint over a lot of it, so we can't get attached. I think we'll start with some gesso, which is basically, I took my heavy body. Now I did put orange on the brush with it. And you guys, I'm so excited to tell you what came in. So I got us a silver, and this is a mop brush, and it's a number 16. I got two. And you're going to find out why in a later video. But one's for applying, one's for blending. And we're going to see how they work together. So when I test them, you're going to be with me. You'll see the video. All right, as you can see, that allows this to spread really nicely. And we're going to change the value quite a bit. And the coloring. So let's just get some on our board. I'm doing good too, Jan. Carla's ready. All right, so we've at least got something on the board. Let's go get a little bit of that golden color. Got the board nice and wet. And while it's wet like this is when you want to work your colors. So let's start blending this back a little bit, even though here's where I want to decide our horizon, I guess. Like, I don't want to go too high. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's straight or not. But I think we did all right. It's a little bit low on this side. All right. It doesn't have to be perfect. I was holding my breath though. Okay. I feel like we should move the camera a little bit so that you're more focused on this part down here. So give me a moment. Let's go ahead and get some music playing. If you don't like the music, let me know. If it's too loud, let me know. Okay. Ow! I whacked my elbow. How's this? Sound about like that? At least then you're getting a bigger, I mean, it's close up, but whatever. All right, let's go into the next color, which will be that orange. And I'm taking a little bit, just a little bit. I'm dipping right in with that orange. I took a little bit of that white. I'm starting to kind of like mess this up on purpose now that I have an idea of where things are going to be. That way we're not going to end up with a really, really terribly hard line. I'm going to be real gentle in here so that we save some yellow. Actually, let's bring that yellow up a little bit further, which means I'm going to take that, wash that up my brush, and start over. If we're going from light to dark, we don't have to wash, but let's go ahead and I'm dipping into we definitely need more white and more yellow. Let's take it back a ways. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. I don't care if it gets darker up here. I really do want that darker anyway, to be honest. All right, let's go a little bit of the red and see what happens. Hold on, y'all. Getting it all ready on the brush. Okay, where do I want the red? Let's start right up in here. And we'll work our way down. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. We need to bring it way down, that red. Needs to come way down. I'm putting orange and red on. And we'll just blend it when it's on the canvas. Maybe those are far off mountains or something. Who knows? We don't care. How's everybody like the music? Oh, thank you, Zozo. It says gorgeous colors. I'm wetting my brush just the tiniest bit so that I can blend right here. We need to get that red to come way forward. And I want it darker on the side. Okay, I got us a good color. This will also be purple in this corner probably. There we go. Let's bring that red over. I think we'll bring the purple along the bottom as well. So we'll want to work this red up a ways. Well, now we know where our water will be. Because if we lose this spot, we lose that reflection. All right, let's see here. We want a little purple. And a little bit of red. Purple and red. And the darkest areas are those corners, so we're going to go so slowly with this. Well, the music's playing right along with the tension. Oops. Now, doggone it, y'all. I got a little bit of that purple in our beautiful yellow. Which means we'll have to let it dry a little bit. We'll have to have some patience, which, you know, it's hard to come by. Most artists like to see it in the now. Actually, I don't know if we'll have to come back. We'll just bring this right along the sides and it'll blend right in. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more of that. But let's dip in ever so gently and get a little bit of that liquid acrylic white, which is different. It's basically, oh, that's a beautiful color. It's basically like the consistency of glue, of Elmer's white glue. And I make it with my heavy body white, Liquitex, and water. I want to take it all the way off the canvas, so we're going to pop it up. Might be a little bit out of sorts for a minute. But I gotta reach way down in here. I want it to go off the canvas. We'll come back with orange again. Oh yeah, I like this. Okay, I want to darken that up quite a bit, so we're going to dip. I just said a naughty word. Let's pretend I didn't. I didn't mean to. It literally, I got tongue-tied and it came out. Okay. Are you seeing way down here? Hold on a minute. Let's make this easier for you to see where I'm working. Right about there. Okay. Now I'm going back over the areas and I'm just dragging that purple one direction. Kind of like I'm feathering it in. And we're really darkening up the area. Okay. So we got our base coat on, and now I'm going to work the colors a little bit more. So I'm going to rinse out my brush, and we're going to start with the lightest color again, because acrylics are translucent. And so we have to realize that you can see right through them, and it takes layers. I'm also glazing with a little bit of yellow too. All right, I'm going to rinse out one more time. And I'm going to get back in there with just straight. Oh no, I am going to take a littlest bit of liquid white. How's it? Love the warm and the colors. Thank you, Smudja. Thank you, dear. I'm going to start back with a clean brush. And we're going to get a little bit more of that yellow and liquid white. We're just feathering it in gently. So now we've got the orange. We just need to darken up the water a little bit, but I want to bring in that red. And that red is mostly over here. Then there's a little bit over this way. A little bit to and fro. All right, now I want to bring in our purple. We'll carry this all the way across. And now we'll mix it a little bit with that red. Now I want to lighten it up back here, so we're going to grab some white. Let's rinse our brush. Clean it up. Aw, Nikki says, I love how your paintings come to life. Aw, thank you. It is very relaxing. Thank you, Nikki. I never realized until now that it's art bending the colors. Yes, that is truly it. Thank you, Smudger. That is brilliant. Art bending the colors. Exactly. That's wild. Thank you. I don't know if we're going to get a waterfall. I'm falling in love with our sun. All right, we've got to make our horizon. So we're going to make a peachy kind of color. A little bit of a peachy color. It's a little bit lighter. I'm making the color, y'all. Ooh, this might be too light. Okay, we're gonna add some. It's gonna take me a minute to figure out a horizon color. I don't know, y'all. Gotta lighten it up. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. It actually looks pretty cool. That was the absolute perfect color. We're just softening the edges. Mama D's a slow painter, y'all. That's why we have several lives to finish one painting. I couldn't resist cutting that line. What if we don't have a waterfall? Man, this feels like... Yeah, I want a waterfall. Wow. That is so pretty right now to look at. Painting is stunning. Thank you, Nikki. Very majestic and very unique. Love your work. Thank you, Jan. So many colors and they all complement each other. Well, I'm saving that palette. So what we used in the sky, we're using in the water. Hold on a minute, you guys. Look at this. Now, do you see that? I love that. All right, for a few minutes, we're gonna paint like that. Okay, I've got a little bit of purple, I've got a little bit of red, I got a little bit of everything on the brush here. I just want to darken up a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm having fun. You guys need to paint with me. I've got red and purple on the brush, y'all. Okay, here we go. Nice and purple. Ooh, that just set this on fire. That's pretty. I don't want to touch it. Wow. I love this. Let's fuzz this up just a little bit. Maybe you don't know where the horizon and the clouds meet. Okay, we're starting to dilly-dally, but doesn't that look cool? Okay, this is our horizon line. So, let's get busy with some trees, you guys. We're gonna switch it up. We got our water the way we want. That's brilliant. I do think we can come back when it's dry and put some little sparklies into the water. Smudger says, Nikki, can we stay on here or will the thought police get us? What? What a talent. Blooming gorgeous. Thank you, Zozo. I've been enjoying you guys' pictures. I'm going to have to download them and share. Carla B caught a tornado footage like, not footage, video, but a picture. She was going to take a picture of something for me, and we're going to take a picture, I think, of the sky. Amazing. Thank you, Jan Funk. You absolutely love this painting, Smudger. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and switch it up. Now, I don't know if I can do a waterfall in this, y'all. Sometimes art takes us in our own path. Okay, I'm just mesmerized by this one, truly. Let's see. What brush is gonna make the coolest, like, far off little trees? Probably this one, a 10. Let's do it. Now I'm gonna make, the reason I wanted this lightened up back here is so that we could kind of darken with leaving it lighter back. I know it's complicated. We don't want it too dark, is what I'm saying. So we're gonna use purple as our base. And purple, maybe a little bit of red. You know, I might grab a little bit of blue and just make my own, like, purple, and then I'm going to make a variant of it that's more mauve. You guys are just like, paint, we'll find out what you're doing. Okay, this may be too dark or it might not show up, but all right. Now, boy, I don't want to lose this, so I'm gonna come down right through here. I don't know. We're just gonna make some illusions of far off trees, and these even are too dark. Okay, that's too dark, y'all. We'll make that same color, but we're gonna lighten it up quite a bit. So using white to decrease the value. And I just want it to appear that there's stuff back there that's kind of like in the distance. We don't know what it is. Maybe it's trees. Maybe it's jagged mountains. And these can basically just fade off into nothingness down here. And we're just going to take the white. I'm taking my liquid white. And hold on a minute, gotta make myself a little bit of room. I'm making a very, 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 very light purple to create a haze. Let's see how light I did. So we're just gonna put it in first to haze it up. Okay, let me hold my palette. Or I mean my canvas. I get busy, man. And I'm just dotting it to make it seem like a haze. Now I'm going to go back with little circles. I don't care too much about this. We just want this to kind of fade off. We're doing little circles. We won't probably even see this part right here, but in case it's peeking through, we've got that beautiful background. I like it. I'm even going to bring that haze up a little bit. About like that. That looks cool. Nikki says, your prime minister has quit? What? How does the prime minister quit? That is scary. Okay. My gracious. My gracious. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay, we want to bring this in. So this might not be as dark as before. Let me get that color we were using. Where were we? Where was I getting that color? That might be it. I don't know. Maybe these are a little bit darker. And they might fade off behind that one, or well, they're darker, so we'll bring them in front. And then we're just gonna make the bottom fade out. And then we'll haze them too. Maybe this side gets closer to us. That is so scary, Nikki. I don't even know what to think about that. That'd be like if my president quit. You can't quit, you're the president. You know? You feel me? Please don't be sorry. Is that a good thing then? Okay. All right. I'm going with it. I gotta make some more foggy stuff. So I'm just doing little circles. And I'm dry brushing it in. Maybe it goes way up here. Okay, something about like that. Looks far off enough. A few of them have quit in the past, resigned today. Dang. That's crazy. That is wild. All right, now we want to get a little bit closer. So we're going to turn our purple coloring into a wine color. Not sure how to do that. So purple and red, and add more red. Yeah, we need a lot more red. Oh, I think our music stopped, you guys, which means we're at the half-hour mark. Ooh, this is going to be a cool color. It's going to take me a minute to get it together. It's kind of like a mauve color. We need a little bit more red. All right, I think we got the color. I got to see if it's darker in value. Oh, yeah. We're good to go. All right, let me hit the music button. Are you guys having a good time? All right, now we're going to make some, like, things happen. So this is going to be I may have to get a different brush, if that's okay for this one. We're just going to bring some things in, but I am going to switch brushes because I need something I can work a little bit better with. Let me give it a good clean. All right. Where am I here? Can't find the brush I want. Does anybody see a fan brush in here? Did I put it somewhere else? Oh, I put it somewhere else. Good Lord. I found it. Okay, let's go way up here. And let's lighten it up just slightly. Okay, that's not bad. Let's put some that are kind of far off in the distance. We'll make that a little bit lighter. Maybe there's some that are like we'll come back and fix that. This is taking on a weird look. We gotta darken this up when it dries. Definitely. We'll let that dry. Sometimes we kind of screw up. This is just stuff happening back here. Maybe this isn't a pine tree at all. Maybe this is this kind of a tree. I'm making a mud pie right now because I'm not waiting on it to dry. It'll be alright, it always is. I'm just making something happen back here, like it's different little things. We're going to dance that all the way off the board. We're going to leave some light coming through here and there. Okay, I don't know what it is, but it is whatever this is. This is the mirror image, y'all. If you didn't guess. Like, what is she doing? It's the mirror image. Alright, let's get our brush very wet, and I just want a touch of the blue in my purple, a little bit of white, a little bit more purple, a little bit more white. Alright. All right, now let's go ahead and grab a little bit of that yellow. And just touch here and there. Now we're going to grab a little bit of that weird, like, bluish color. We're just going to put it right there. And that's something that happened way far off. We don't know what's going on over there. We have no clues. Just put some more doohickeys there, like this. All right, we've got some sort of an island, or what do you think about it? Kind of looks cool to me. Aw, Nikki says makes you want to be on a beach watching the sunset. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That means I'm inspiring. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get a waterfall in here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes art takes its own form and decides things for us. All right, I am ready to retire at this place. I can't help it, y'all. It's so gorgeous to me. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I want it to be a little darker than that. Let's add a little blue, a little this, and a little bit of the burnt umber. Okay. I'm still painting with my fan brush. There we go. We'll go a little bit darker than that even. Yeah. Okay, where are we, huh? Just make little things happen over here. Just adding some shadows. Okay, all right. I'm happy with this. Where are we putting a waterfall, you guys? I'm just saying, where are we gonna put a waterfall? There is no way I'm putting a waterfall in this. But we could put, I don't know, I'm happy. I want to put something in there. I think we'll do like a little, should we do an island? A little island. We'll do a little island. Let's see, right here. Okay, it's going to be big enough that we can have a tree on it. Okay, let's do our tree. Good. And now let's just put some, I don't know, maybe some, let me get my line brush. Let's draw some branches on this tree. I feel like I let everybody down because I don't want to do a waterfall now. And I put waterfall. I will change the thumbnail though. I should put disclaimer, right? I might do something completely different. It's truly stunning. Thank you, Nikki. All right. Let's go ahead. We're just going to put some branches. Because then we can put little leaves. We'll get a little bit of a different brush. I think I just put my finger in my own paint. Okay, you guys, let's see. Let's get a little bit. I gotta find the right brush. All right, that'll work. We're gonna start in the dark purple. Oh, I got us a tree. Let's make another one. Uh-oh, I lost the line brush off. Got it. Okay. Let me see. Maybe this tree is way over here. Maybe it bends, a bended tree. Something about like that. It's just a little bipper. We're gonna make this be some sort of a little bush down here. Well, it'll go like that. I feel like this could go even a little bigger. Yeah, I like that. How's that look, you guys? How's everybody doing? Mama O is truly stunning. Well, thank you, Nikki. Smudger says, Mommy can't improve on perfection. Don't add anything else but just my opinion. Oh, thank you, lovely. Thank you. All right, you guys, I'm not done. I feel there's just a little bit more to be had right here. So we have a lot of light coming here. We've got our purple here. And we need to highlight a little bit of this. I think it's dry enough. So we're going to switch out our little brush. Actually, this one works pretty good. I think we'll just keep this one. Let's go with just a little bit of the mauve color. Maybe a little bit of the, just a little bit. Yeah, maybe it sneaks past a little bit. It goes away. Maybe it sneaks a little light in a couple places. I'm just putting a little shadow back in there, so it looks a little further away. Okay, and let's go ahead and add a yellow orange to it. And now we'll just come up a little bit higher. Now we're going to go up a little bit. Let me soften this. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's got its highlight, a little bit of that. Now let's highlight this guy. So I feel like we'll start with a little bit of orange. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's add some yellow. Okay, we're going to get into a little bit of our red, mix it in with that, and just a touch of that purple. And we're going to work our way back up into this. This is going to create that almost like you could imagine seeing through the tree. And we're just putting it not as far out as the highlight itself, almost. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Now we're going to come back in with our purple, just straight purple. Very sparingly. Emphasize where our lens would be. Well, we'll have to touch that one up. Yeah, I like that. Actually, we're going to leave this because that looks cool. Maybe on the back side, we'll leave some real darker purple because that's a great shadow color. I do feel like putting a little highlight in here just for separation. So we're going to go back into our gold. Oh, I got a little too much water. Hold on a minute. I got an actual amount of paint on the board we don't want. Okay, this is going to be bright here. Maybe it's supposed to be yellow. Things happen. You work with it. Oh yeah, I like the good thing that blob fell there. That looks amazing. I'm just going on the edges to strengthen the highlight. Not bad. Okay. We're going to leave that little island there. Well, hold on. I'm trying to darken up an area so it looks like you could go there and rest. But I'm not doing too good. Now I don't have any green on my board. No green in my palette, so we're going to make a little bit of green here. With the green and blue. I mean, with the yellow. And we're just going to come in on this side. And add just a hint to make you think that we've added a lot of green. We're going to avoid the left side of the tree. All right, let's carry this island out a little bit. Let me get some really dark purple. We're just smudging the bottom. All right, now we'll need to create a little shadow reflection behind everything, which I should have been doing before. We're going to steal some of this color because it's so intense right here. And let's see, we'll make this little reflection. It needs to be a different color. Let's make that green. I'll go with a little bit. About like that. We're just going to put a wavy. We can come right up to it. We'll bring it out. Something like that. Let's darken it up a little bit. Just in a little bit. Where to put our green? Is that our green? Nope, that's my purple. That'll work. That will work. All right, we've got some shadows. And we can still see the water. Once that dries, we'll come back and we'll make some little things that'll make it look really cool. Have a great night, Zozo. Thank you for joining me. Jan says the painting is coming along. Great. Love it. Thank you, dear. Thank you. All right, you guys, I'm going to take a few minute break and let this dry. Then what we've got to come in and we've got to separate this little island from the water. We're going to put some things that make it look so reflective. And we're going to maybe even darken this up a little bit. I think we'll darken this up before I go. So it's dry enough now to kind of like, we don't care what it really is for shape, just we don't want to cover all the areas. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it goes off into the distance. There, that's better. Yeah. Oh yeah, that brought it together. All right, now both sides gotta dry. So if you're with me live, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. Just walk around. I want to get a good look at the painting, see where we're going next. I really enjoy this. I can't wait to see where it's going. It's definitely different than I thought it was going to be. You know, I had no idea that it wasn't going to be a waterfall. So I'll have to change that thumbnail. I'm just playing around making this even more reflective and more realistic and all that good stuff. It's going to be fun. I have some brilliant ideas where we're going. I'm darkening this up. I'm darkening this up just a little bit because it would be a pretty solid little shadow there. Ooh-wee. Let's carry this up. I said I was going to take a break and let this dry, didn't I? And if I don't, it's not going to be as workable. All right. I'm taking a breather. I will be back very shortly. I will put your music back on. I can clean my water and my brushes. All right, you guys. Mama G back. I don't think we need to do much more. We just need to get the reflection. It's not quite dry up there. We can wait till it dries. We're going to add just a little bit more highlights on these trees. But we're going to let that dry. In the meantime, we're going to take our lime brush. Actually, should I take... Ooh, that could work too. Which one do I want to take? I think we're going to go with the line brush. That gives me the best control. And we're going to go into our liquid white and our hard body white. And I'm going to tint it with just a little bit of the purple, so that it has a shadow color and a little bit of the blue. Then we're going to make it like ink by watering it down, so it's a very different, it's a shade color. And what we really want to do is we want to emphasize where the land is. Just like that. And we want to carry this out a little bit. And then we're going to draw horizontal lines to leave this water. That's almost too light for there. I think a little bit more of that. And it really just kind of breaks that up, that shadow. All right. Okay, now, even though whoops, it won't matter because we're going to dot this now. So we'll switch the brushes. We want to get something that's got a flatter edge, square on the end. This might work. And we're going to go into our heavy body white, no water. And we're going to pick, we want it lightest down here, so we're going to work our way back. kind of like reflection. So that's the sun. Now we can go back and we're just going to zigzag our way. Let me get some more of that. Till it disappears. It's just giving it a little reflection. Now we're going to take our line brush. Right on the edge, well actually before we do our line brush, right on the edges I just have a wet brush. And I'm just going to soften the edges. Break it up a little bit. Maybe this shoots off a little bit there. We'll do the same over here. I'm scrubbing. Okay. Now, because this is so white up in here, we're going to do a glaze in here, which I'm going to use a littlest bit of red to glaze, which means I'm going to start up in here. And until it hits the yellow, we're going to glaze it. So I watered down my red really strongly. And that way it's not so in your face, you know. Now we're going to take just a little bit of the yellow. I still have a little bit of that red on. And we're going to glaze this part right up till it meets that red and even past a little bit. And we'll get a little bit of a rainbow color. A little bit of orange there. And it mutes it down, but it also gives that impression as just an idea that there's some serious light over there, right? Okay. We're going to take a little bit, just a little bit of our white and purple. And we're just going to make these a little bit more reflective. And I'm just breaking that up right there so it doesn't stand out so much. We're going to grab that same color. We're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing. Only much less. And smaller. Now as it comes toward us over here, we're going to make it longer and further apart. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that over here, not much. Now it looks a little bit more like water. All right, really up close. All right, my lovelies, I hope you've had a wonderful day and that you'll tune back in with me. I'm sorry that we didn't get a waterfall. I couldn't do a waterfall, you guys. It wasn't meant to be. I wanted to do a waterfall. I did. I could see it in my mind's eye with this sky. But at the same time, it didn't happen. We've got one more thing I want to do. I want to get this little brush right here. And I want to highlight. Yeah, that's nice and dry. Let's go ahead, get a little bit of the orange. Touch a little bit of the red to it. And let's get a little bit of that Indian yellow in there. Maybe. We'll see what this looks like. So let's highlight a little bit of this tree. Just a little bit. Just the idea over there. That looks pretty cool. We're gonna grab straight lemon yellow, but I've already got all that mixture on my brush. So let me wipe it out a little bit. We've got a golden color now. Just a few. Just a few little places. Less is more. What about halo there? And we are almost done, you guys. Have you had a good time? I hope you've had a good time. Ah, Katybug's here. Katybug says, where is she? I just lost what I was reading. Oh, absolutely beautiful work. Thank you. Do another painting and do your waterfall. We will. We definitely will. We will definitely do that, yeah. We'll just switch up the thumbnail and I got to give this a little signature. What do you guys think of this? Give me 1 through 10. Don't be afraid to put a 0 and be like, I hate it. Everybody can do whatever they like. I just appreciate you watching and tuning in. Let me find my littlest brush. Let's see. I think I'll sign way over here. And I'd like a really cool, like, orangey pink. Let me get some of this. Get some of this. Ooh. I found my perfect signature color. Let me get some water and make it like ink. It's a pink. Hope it's not too light. And there we have it. It is too light. Oh well, it is what it is. I want to thank you guys. I hope you've had a fantastic time with me. I definitely enjoyed my time with you guys. I hope that you guys are inspired to paint. We'll go ahead and shut down the music a little bit here. Let's pull that all back. And Nikki, thank you for joining me. You said loved watching you paint. Thank you. Katybug says this gives the feeling of hope and peacefulness. Wow, that is a beautiful feeling. Thank you for sharing. Jan Funk gave me a 10 out of 10. Smudger 10 definitely looks amazing. Thank you, thank you. All right, my lovelies, with that, I do have, let me see where I put it. I made this a closer, which you saw at the beginning, but let's go ahead. Now we can update our painting. Are you happy with it, you guys? It's its own flavor. It wasn't meant to be a waterfall at all. It was meant to be the most peaceful place of happiness ever, I think. All right. I can't wait to paint with you again. Thank you so much for your support. And stay tuned, you guys. This channel's only growing. We'll have to update our thumbnail. See you again soon. Enjoy the closer, and I love you to the moon and back. Hope I inspired someone to pick up a paintbrush and a canvas and their favorite colors. And go to it, you guys. Paint away.